Hi there, this is Mohammed from mathspy.com, and today we're just going to go through how to factorize quadratics with your calculator. So this is purely a calculator method. There'll be another video on how to do it without a calculator. So let's get started with this. So if you take your calculator, specifically here I've got the FX-991EX, which is the most commonly used calculator now, especially for A-level, but you would be allowed to use it for GCSE. And we're just going to go into the quadratic mode. So let me show you how to do that if I go back to the beginning. So you just want to go through menu and go down to A for equation function, hit equals there. And for quadratics, you want number 2 for polynomial, degree 2. Okay, so here we have our quadratic, and you would just need to fill in your coefficients there. So let's define a example quadratic first of all. So e.g., let's take x squared plus 5x minus 14, and using the calculator we're going to factorize that. So we just want to put input our coefficients into the calculator here. So we've got 1x squared, 5x minus 14, and the calculator is going to give us solutions as though the quadratic was equal to 0. And so first of all, it's given us that x is equal to 2, or x is equal to -7. So let's make a note of that. So I'm just going to leave a little bit of a space here. So we had x is equal to 2 and x is equal to -7. And so by leaving a space, I'm just going to be able to work backwards. So here you have our solution. So let's take x is equal to 2 first of all. If we work backwards from that, all you need to do is make that equal to 0. So by subtracting 2 from both sides, I will get x minus 2 is equal to 0. Straight away, x minus 2 must be one of the factors of my quadratic. And then on the other side, I've got x is equal to -7. So if I add 7 to both sides here, I'll get x plus 7 equal to 0. That means x plus 7 must be the other factor. Now, if the question was just to factorize, then all you'd need to do is then just cross out these bits, because you don't want them to be counted in your working, but you have still factorized your quadratic, and that would be it. So let's just do it again for another example. We will try 5x squared minus 13x minus 6. So let's get our calculator again. So we want 5x squared there, minus 13, minus 6. We just put that in as before. We get two solutions now. X is equal to 3, or x is equal to -2/5. So let's make a note of that. So we have x is equal to 3, and x is equal to -2/5. And we're just going to work backwards from these like we did on the other example. So taking first of all that x is equal to 3, if we subtract 3 from both sides here, we can get x minus 3 is equal to 0, and that will give us that x minus 3 is one of our factors. Taking the second one, we just need to be a bit more careful because there's fractions involved and you would need to get rid of those. So first of all here you would want to multiply both sides by 5. So we will get 5x is equal to -2, and then adding 2 to both sides will give us 5x plus 2 is equal to 0, and that means that 5x plus 2 will be our second factor. And then once again, if the question was just to factorize, you would probably want to remove these parts, either rub them out or just cross them out. Okay, so let's do one more example. Let's take 9x squared plus 12x minus 5. We're just going to go through the whole process. So taking the calculator again, and so for this you'll want to go through menu, go down to A, equation function, press equals, 2 for polynomial and 2 for quadratics. Just putting in the coefficients there, 9x squared, 12x, minus 5, and then there we're going to get the solutions. X equals a third, and x equals 5/3. So once again, just leaving a space and making a note of those solutions. First of all, x is equal to 1/3, and then x is equal to -5/3. And then just to show the factorization, we're going to go and work back up the page. So starting with this one, we need to get rid of the fraction, so multiplying both sides by 3 will give us 3x is equal to 1. And then making that equal to 0, we subtract 1 from both sides, giving 3x minus 1 is equal to 0. And that will give us 3x minus 1 as one of our factors. Going over to the second one, same process again, get rid of the fraction. Multiplying both sides by 3 will give 3x is equal to -5. Adding 5 to both sides will then give 3x plus 5 is equal to 0. And then we get our second factor, which is 3x plus 5. And then that's factorized. Once again here, if the question was just to factorize, you would probably want to cross out these parts or just rub them out, whatever you're able to do. And that would be the whole process of factorising quadratics with the CASIO FX-991EX. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment, and see you on the next video.